is a big box.
Cardcaptors. Cardcaptors.
Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another anime figure review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at this right here, and this box is colossal. And of course, it's the 1/7 scale Kinomoto Sakura, stars bless you, from Cardcaptor Sakura. So as you can see on the box there, it's the 20th anniversary of Cardcaptor Sakura. That's really hard to believe. And also the 15th anniversary of Good Smile Company. So if you want one of these absolutely fantastic figures of your own, then make sure to check out that link down there in the description and get yours at Hobby Link Japan. Anyway, first off, there is the front of the box, and like I mentioned already, this thing is absolutely monolithic. Through the window in the front of the box, you can see into the figure itself, so far looking great. And one thing that I find interesting is that this box right here is made out of this extremely thick card that's almost, I guess, wood-like, and this box weighs an absolute ton. So as for the sides of the box, you can definitely see that they went for the classier option here. Instead of plastering it with pictures of the character or the figure, they just went for these really nice gold silhouettes on that soft striped pink. Looking good. And on the back of the box then, we've got a full image of what this thing will look like once it's out of the box and put together. And all I can say is this is one fantastic piece. But anyway, that's enough about the box. Let's bust this thing open. On opening it up, you can see that the box itself is a fantastic piece. On the inside side of the box, we've got a massive close-up picture of what the figure will look like once it's out of the box. And on the part that folds out, we've got this incredible picture of Sakura, I assume is by Clamp. Just inside of that, on the front of the box, then we've got a Sakura cloud card. And I have to say, this is probably the most impressive figure box I have ever seen, hands down. After then, this front section just slides out like that. The clear plastic section is inside of that. And finally, what you're left with is this big, massive, heavy box. Like I said, it's almost like it's made out of wood. It's made out of such a heavy card. But what can I say? This box is impressive. So before busting the figure itself out of the clear packaging, let's check out what we got in here. First off is the cloud card that has the image from the inside section of the box. Around there on the back is just like the back of any old cloud card, but it's in pink instead of that usual brown. This is a pretty cool addition. It's not a whole lot, but it's really nice. Next up then, we have the instructions. They slide out like that, and hopefully there isn't too much assembly to this thing. But anyway, they come in both Japanese as well as in English, as most Good Smile Company instructions do, so that's pretty cool. So as for assembly, you need to remove plastic sheet. That said, remove plastic sheet, not remove plastic sheets. And there are a lot of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 plastic sheets. Once again, remove as shown. So off we go. Haha, one. And this one's taped on. And that is unique packaging. And removing that. Attach figure to stand. Okay, so easy does it. Wiggle around there. Whoa, that was stressful. Reattach that part. So reattach and reattach. And there is the last one. It looks like this ribbon section attaches on there. Assemble as shown. So now attaching a couple of parts that weren't attached before. This, okay, now I get it. It goes around her. I guess something like that. Pops in here and then in here. And according to this, the right arm can be removed. Don't know why. Apparently the stars can be removed as well. And some parts have sharp points. Handle with caution. And then the very final thing to attach is the wand. The top of that should pop off. And that attaches into her hand just like so. Wait, no, that's not right. Do that again. So it should attach up under this ribbon, then in through the hand, and then on here like this. Okay, that seems to be right. So finally, there is what it looks like once it's out of the box and all put together. And what can I say? This thing looks absolutely breathtaking. I've looked at a lot of anime figures, big ones, small ones, good ones, bad ones, but out of them all, this is probably the most spectacular to look at in person. This is one of those anime figures that goes beyond being an anime figure. This thing right here is a sculpture. The whole thing looks absolutely fantastic. The execution, the craftsmanship, everything, the artistry history, this here would make the perfect centerpiece for any anime figure collection, or even if you don't have a collection, this would look great anywhere. So getting on in now for a closer look, and as you can see, the figure of Sakura herself is fantastic. There is another version of this figure you can get that doesn't have the big ornate base. I'll slide a picture in here on the side so you can have a look at that one, but seriously, why go for that one when you can get this incredible looking one? The figure herself looks absolutely amazing. All of the face has been done in a matte paint, and the eyes have been given a little bit of a gloss finish. Not one that's too distracting, but one that's definitely noticeable. The sculpt and paint on the hair is absolutely and utterly flawless. Essentially, I'm going to be going around this figure saying everything, well, almost everything looks great. As you can see, even the crown looks fantastic there. Again, the sculpt looks amazing. Those two parts separated, the red part and the gold, and the contrast of the matte red against that metallic gold just looked great. The skirt there looks absolutely mind-blowing. The red is the same red as the rest of the dress, but that green is a nice fade from a bright green into a pale green. The colors don't just look great, we also have a mix of textures in here. Gloss on the shoes, her socks there almost have a pearlescent finish. Same with the gloves, that is definitely a pearlescent finish. That looks so nice. We've got metallic gold on the stars as well as the details on the staff. We've got metallic red. The yellow on the staff is glossy, so is the pink and white, and the pink on the ribbon there, that is in a matte paint. All in all, she is literally, and I mean literally flawless. No manufacturing defects whatsoever, no seam lines, no mold lines, no nubs, nothing like that. Sheer perfection. That incredible stand with the planets on there, as well as those phases of the moon, that looks incredible as well, but I will get the one thing I don't like about it out of the way first. And that is these joints right here on the clear parts. They are painfully obvious, sadly. Ones like this one in here, and this one around here on the back. These do kill the effects of this nice, clear, glassy looking wing effect. This is a shame because, I mean, all in all, these wings do look fantastic. From a distance, you may not even notice, but if you are picky and you get in close, you can see that. Everything, absolutely everything else on this is top tier, top-notch perfection, but I guess this right here was something unavoidable. Besides that, though, this stand looks phenomenal. We've got multiple shades of gold. This one here, this bronzy one here, and both of those are different from the shades of gold that are on the stars and the staff. So essentially, Good Smile Company went all out with the paint on this. Even though the transparency somewhat backfired on the wings here, we do have different textures of transparent. That's the absolute clear of the wings. This fade into a frosted clear down here, which almost looks like a gust of wind, and also some more of that frosted clear around here on the back of her dress, as well as up on the collar. Next up then are the planets, which kind of humorously wiggle around every time I move this, especially Saturn. Again, we have more frosted effect clear pieces. This one is in a slightly different color. At least I think it's slightly different. It looks slightly yellower than what we've seen before. This could just be the effect of it being around a yellow planet, but this undeniably looks fantastic, as well as that frosted ring around the outside here, but they also painted this to be accurate to the colors of Saturn, which looks great. That also has been given a gloss coating that kind of gives it a marble effect, and that's the same for all of the planets on here. Next up on here, I assume this one is Uranus because of this ring around it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I assume these ones right here are Venus and Mars. Which is which, I cannot really guess. I assume the red one is Venus. And lastly then, around here on the back is most obviously Jupiter, and this is something I really have to hand to Good Smile Company. This looks exactly like Jupiter. It even has that red spot on it. Now that is some insane attention to detail. You could have not bothered, you could have left that out, but I have to say I am incredibly impressed. This figure does have some moving parts. All these planets here, they're attached to this central section in here, and all of those move around like this. So once again, Uranus, Saturn, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. Why those planets? I have no idea. If you know, let me know in the comments. Lastly then, for moving parts, this section right here can rotate around, so can this section here, as well as this one down here. But what you will notice is on the sides of all of these, there is seam lines, so you may want to keep them facing to the front. The last thing I'll mention then is the base section itself. This looks like it's made out of wood. It's been given a kind of wood-like effect. No grain, but it does look like something that's been colored with a heavy brown stain. And by stain, of course, I mean wood stain. The base itself is somewhat solid and secure, but this is a big figure, and I do feel it is a little bit of a fall risk. So just keep that in mind. and keep it somewhere safe. So that is it for the review. What can I say? I'm absolutely blown away. There is one minor thing, and that is the fact that you can see the joints inside the clear parts. At the end of the day, it's not the worst. You won't see this from a distance, but on the whole, this thing is absolutely spectacular. This right here is an absolutely master-crafted figure. This is good Smile Company going all out, and I have to say, this, and I've seen a lot of anime figures all around, ones I've owned, in stores, Akihabara, everywhere. This is probably the most impressive anime figure I have ever seen. This one right here is special, and for the price, which is kinda high, I guess, I do feel you get your money's worth without a doubt. This thing is phenomenal. So if you are thinking of getting it, if you are a big Clamp fan or a big Cardcaptor Sakura fan, then I would say go for it. This one's special. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you do happen to want one of your own, then check out that link down there in the description and get yours at HobbyLink Japan. And as always, make sure to come back for more anime figure reviews, and I'll see you next time.